I've been watching the Eluktronics HYDROC 16 for a while now, and after digging into what it actually delivers versus the headline specs, I can see why it's turning heads. If you're on the fence about dropping serious cash on a top-tier gaming laptop, this one sits in a tricky spot. It's not just another overhyped machine, but it's also not for everyone. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing that stands out is the cooling system. Eluktronics calls it a hydraulic chamber, and honestly, that's not just marketing fluff. Most gaming laptops throttle under heavy loads because heat builds up fast, but the HYDROC 16 is designed to push that heat out more efficiently. If you're running long sessions of Cyberpunk 2077 on ultra settings or doing 3D rendering in Blender, you'll notice the difference. The laptop stays cooler to the touch, and the fans don't ramp up to jet engine levels as quickly. That's a real-world advantage if you're gaming in a small space or don't want to deal with constant fan noise. Now, the specs are impressive on paper. RTX 5080, Core Ultra 9275HX, 64GB RAM, 2TB SSD, but where this machine shines is in how it handles sustained performance. A lot of laptops can hit high frame rates for a few minutes, but then they slow down as heat kicks in. The HYDROC 16 is built to maintain those speeds longer, which matters if you're streaming, editing videos, or running multiple heavy applications at once. The 300Hz QHD display doesn't hurt either. It's sharp, smooth, and responsive, so competitive gamers will appreciate the clarity and reduced motion blur. But here's the catch: this isn't a machine for casual users. If you're only playing Fortnite on medium settings or doing light web browsing, you're overpaying for hardware you won't fully utilize. The RTX 5080 and 64GB of RAM are overkill for most everyday tasks, and the price reflects that. You're looking at a premium product that's really aimed at enthusiasts, content creators, or professionals who need that kind of power. If you're not pushing the limits of your laptop regularly, you'd be better off with something more affordable. Another thing to consider is the keyboard. It's a per-key RGB membrane setup with NKRO, which means every key press registers even if you're mashing keys in a fast-paced game. That's great for competitive players, but if you're used to mechanical keyboards, you might find the feel a bit mushy. It's not bad, just different. The trackpad is solid, but if you're used to a standalone mouse, you won't miss it much. The storage and memory are where this laptop flexes. 2TB of Gen4 NVMe SSD and 64GB of DDR5 RAM mean you're not just gaming at high settings, you're doing it with room to spare. Large game files, massive project files, and multitasking won't slow you down. That's a practical advantage if you're someone who works with big files or wants to future-proof their setup for a few years. On the downside, the battery life is what you'd expect from a high-end gaming laptop. Short. Don't expect to unplug and work for hours without charging. This is a desktop replacement in a portable form, so plan to keep it plugged in during heavy use. The weight is also something to consider. It's not a featherweight, so if you're always on the go, you might want to think about how often you'll actually carry it around. Who should buy this? If you're a hardcore gamer, a content creator, or a professional who needs raw power without compromise, the HYDROC 16 is a solid pick. It's built to handle the most demanding tasks without breaking a sweat, and the cooling system gives it an edge over competitors that throttle under load. But if you're not pushing your laptop to its limits, you're better off saving your money for something that fits your needs better. The HYDROC 16 isn't perfect, but it's one of the few laptops that actually delivers on its promises without cutting corners. If you need the performance and can justify the cost, it's a machine that will last you a long time. Check it out on Amazon using the link in the description if it sounds like the right fit for you.